Hi, Pre-Algebra students, it's Miss Carol again, and we are on Project 5, Lesson 24. We are still working with the obstacle course that's set up on a coordinate plane. We've only got 3 questions in this particular lesson, so let's go ahead and get started. Question 1. When Helena reaches checkpoint F at point 3 and -2, there is a soccer ball that she has to kick to hit a target. She faces east, kicks the ball at a 67-degree angle in the clockwise direction, and hits the target. Then she moves on to point G at point 7 and -2, where there is another soccer ball. She faces the same direction, kicks the ball at the same angle, and hits the second target. So we want to figure out what's going on here. We've got, as you can see, we've got point F kicking to the target, point G kicking to the target. Okay, so what transformation can be used to describe the relationship between the two angles? All right, well, they're at the exact same angles. And if you remember back to when we were talking about the shoes and one shoe being the reflection of the other, but what if they were two left shoes? How would you know that? And I said, well, one would be a translation of the other instead of a reflection of the other. So in this case, they are both 67-degree angles, okay? So they're identical angles, and one is moving from point 3 to point 7. So our F, or our vertex of our angle, is moving from point 3 to point 7, and that's called a horizontal translation. Okay, we're just moving along the x-axis there from 3 to 7. It didn't move along the y-axis at all, so there's no vertical translation, simply a horizontal translation of 4 units to the east. Okay, so we would say translation of 4 units to the right. Okay, next question. Now Helena needs to kick the ball, to kick a third soccer ball. She stays at checkpoint G and turns 90 degrees counterclockwise to face north and kicks the ball at the same 67-degree angle clockwise, and that's the same as the first 2 soccer balls. And so what situation is going on here? So she's kicking this ball at the same angle, and the vertex is staying the same. She just rotated it 90 degrees, okay? So 90-degree rotation to the north is, we're rotating about the vertex, all right? It's not a translation. The vertex itself didn't move. Okay, so that would be a translation. It's not a reflection because it didn't flip over. A rotation about the origin would be at point 0 and 0. Or about a rotation about the origin would maybe move us like, so the origin's here, and we can rotate this point about the origin by going somewhere like this. But rather, she moved, she just kind of shifted herself right around this vertex, okay? So this, as described by the situation, would be a rotation about the vertex. All right, last question. Explain what information you needed to know about the 2 angles to determine the transformation that you chose in question 1. So in question 1, we had to know that in order for it to be a translation, they had to be the same angles. (67 degrees). Okay. We needed to know the coordinates of the vertex for each kick. So this let us know that the vertex moved 4 units to the right. And then the direction that our competitor was facing. Okay, so because it didn't change in the first 2 points there, we knew that it was a translation. When the direction that she was facing changed, then we had a rotation. Okay. All right, I think that's all we need here. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you back here for lesson 25.